Hello everyone and welcome back to my universe. Come on in and make yourself at home. My name is Indy, and I am happy to be here again with you, little G's. I hope life has been treating you well, and I have an interesting theme of Uranus in Taurus. So we're going to get a little bit into astrology, slightly astronomy, and talk about a big shift that has been happening since May of 2018. So Uranus and Taurus, why does it matter? Well, one thing I love about doing a video in 2022 versus 2018 is now we've already seen a few years of how Uranus and Taurus has affected the world and our own lives. So Uranus is a heavy-hitting planet. It is really a planet of innovation, thinking outside the box, being a maverick. It influences technology and all themes regarding how to do something we traditionally do every single day in a different way. So Uranus takes 84 years to go through. Let me just make sure that's correct. To go through every single astrological sign or astronomy constellation. So because it's a little distance away from the sun, it takes a while, 84 years. And so when it is cruising through one particular astrology sign or astronomy constellation, it is in that particular zodiac constellation for roughly almost 9 years, give or take. So in our case with Uranus and Taurus, it started May of 2018 and it will be in Taurus until April of 2026. So how and why should we care about this? Well, every single astrological sign has a theme and influence. So Taurus, its theme is about physical goods, money, the banking system, food, etc. Also, Taurus rules the physical face and even the throat. And so innovations within the beauty worlds, cosmetics, plastic surgery, longevity, any kind of products that are connected to youth, beauty, definitely can be innovated by Uranus. So it could be a very positive time for the cosmetic, beauty, and plastic surgery industries. Aside from the more superficial side, Uranus and Taurus obviously is affecting our way that we, for example, can have access to food, can have access to physical goods, the banking systems, money, etc. So far, we have already seen some major shifts since 2018 regarding the way most of us even transfer and use money. Cryptocurrency is becoming a little bit more mainstream as far as people know more about it. And that is a very different technology and different way of viewing money and getting paid or paying for services through cryptocurrency instead of cash, etc., using credit. Another way that I feel has become really popular in regards to transferring money, using money, is through apps like Venmo, Zelle, Cash App. Instead of mailing a paper check or giving somebody cash, this is an innovative way that people are approaching transferring money. And everything has become so digital in regards to our money that's another way that Uranus and Taurus is really changing the banking systems and the way that we're using money every single day. As far as our personal, how Uranus and Taurus is affecting us, one way to get super clear how it particularly is affecting you is have an astrological chart made. So I use a free software that can create a quick chart for you, astrology chart. It's called alabwithan.com, and I will put that link in the description box below. So you can, if you don't already have a chart, feel free to use their website and their program to create a astrology chart for yourself. Aside from, and in particular in regards to your astrology chart, looking at where Uranus is in your astrology chart. So right above my head, there will be a symbol of Uranus, how it will look like in your astrology chart. And there are two ways that it may look like. The first option is the traditional Uranus symbol, but then there is a second symbol to represent Uranus in an astrology chart. So look for either one of these symbols, and that will identify where it is in your chart. Another thing that you should look at is where Taurus is in regards to the placement in your houses. So within your astrology chart, it is divided into 12 houses, or 12 pieces of the pie, the astrology chart pie. Every single piece or every single house has a theme. So look at where the symbol Taurus is lined up against what house or houses. In my case, I'm going to give you an example. So the symbol Uranus is in my second house, and the second house themes, and I will have a great website linked in the description below of how you can understand different houses, their themes, etc. And even the actual zodiac sign that rules that particular house. So the second house is about physical money, physical goods, and possessions. So for me, Uranus in my second house, it will affect the way I am spending money, view money, what money is coming in, how the money is coming in, my physical possessions, etc. As an example, I physically moved from selling a home in California and then purchasing a new home in New Mexico. So Uranus completely spun up my world with having physical changes happening to my surroundings, also the influx of money from the sale of the house, and then how I'm going to spend it on fixing up my new old house. So, and being an innovative and thinking outside the box of how I'm going to stretch that money to fix everything that this property needs. Looking at my own personal chart, to give you an example, Taurus is affecting my 7th house and my 8th house. The 7th house is about partnership. Partnership in all its forms, from romantic to business partnerships to even a workout partner. How will Taurus affect the 7th house themes of partnership, but also the influence of Uranus? So Uranus is all about thinking outside the box, really approaching things in a different way, handling things different. So to give you an example, I entered into a partnership with my wonderful, super funny friend, Danny Savala. Shout out to Danny. We entered into a partnership of podcasting. We are podcasting co-hosts, and that happened after 2018. So right along the lines of creating a new partnership, Uranus and Taurus. But the major thing was for me about now that I'm in a physically new location, because we used to record in person in California, we are needing to be innovative with how we're going to record our podcasts. and also not let the distance affect our partnership in podcasting. So we've figured out ways how to do that. The theme, for example, in my personal chart, where Taurus affects my eighth house themes are a little bit all over the place. You have secrets, sex, but then you also have legacies, physical will and testaments, and really joint finances, taxes. So it's a little bit of everything. I guess sex and money goes well together, or they tend to. I don't know. It's a whole philosophical conversation there, but aside from all of those other thoughts, really Taurus affects the 8th house in my particular situation with how am I communicating with my partner about money? You know, I'm not working, my husband's not working. How are we going to still create income for ourselves? How are we working together to figure out a way to cover our taxes, to cover any other kind of expenses that may unexpectedly come up? Also, thinking of innovative ways to stimulate my sex life, to really think outside the box, aside from the traditional way of viewing intimacy and sex within a partnership. Aside from that, thinking also about legacy for myself, my family, and in particular my friends, because I consider my friends very much like family. And how do I view what I'm doing now to affect, people to come in the future, my loved ones. And I view going onto social media, creating a podcast as a very different way of creating a legacy for my family and friends. Will it affect finances in a positive way? Very possibly. Can I create maybe a business or just opportunities, networking due to being on social media, creating a podcast, etc.? And I absolutely can. And that's a different way of approaching creating a legacy. My family and friends will always be able to hear my voice, see my face, etc. Through these YouTube videos, through my podcast. So that's a different way of seeing a legacy that is left, using that Uranus innovative energy. I really hope this has you thinking about your own chart, your own life, of how you can view how Uranus is affecting you and how Uranus and Taurus in general is affecting our world. We will definitely be in a major upheaval still regarding the financial system, our foods, goods, the way they're transported, the way we receive them, up until April of 2026. So please comment below. Let me know if you have already felt the effects of Uranus and Taurus in your life, how it's affected you, and how you're being more innovative in maybe your everyday routine, your everyday foundation in regards to money, in regards to physical goods, your possessions, etc. I'd love to hear it. And I look forward to checking in with you pretty soon here in another video regarding your astrological chart and the different houses and the themes for those houses. All right, looking forward to seeing you soon. Bye, little G's.